In 1937, during the Great Depression, times were hard for most Americans. Prices for common goods were high, while wages hit an all-time low. Farmers especially suffered. Markets were oversupplied with fruits and vegetables. As a result, wages dropped to the lowest in 50 years. Farm owners were unable to pay their bills and lost their land. The Depression hit the Chavez family. One afternoon, 10-year-old Cesar Chavez walked into his kitchen and found his father sitting at the kitchen table instead of working in the field. His mother had opened all his drawers and cabinets and packed all his silverware.
But Mom, what's happening? What are you doing? Why are you packing?
We can't pay the bills. The bank's taking over the farm.
No, I'm not leaving. I don't want to go. Caesar, he'll go back to back. We have no choice. Nobody in Yuma has any money. They can't buy what we've grown. Someone will help us.
Who are our friends or family? They're bad off as we are. We already owe the bank money. Money I can't pay.
What will we do? Where will we live?
I'll ask other farmers who will follow the crops.
Follow the crops. Where to live? And the crops don't go anywhere.
We'll travel across the country. We'll follow the trail of different crops as they ripen. We'll begin picking cotton in Texas. When the cotton's all picked, we'll come back to Arizona and then go to California to pick grapes.
Go on and pack, Caesar. We have to leave soon.
Caesar had to leave his friends in the only home he'd ever known behind. Many families in the Southwest were also forced to make the same decision as Caesar did. Overnight, they changed from farm owners to farm workers. Because they migrated with the crops, they were known as migrant workers.
Several migrant workers were often mistreated, overworked, and unfairly paid. It was common to find several families living in one small, filthy shack. Farm owners kept the living conditions unpleasant so that the farm owners wouldn't get comfortable and feel too rooted. Since there were no state wages for farm workers, farm owners paid whatever they pleased. Sometimes farm workers were often paid with food and sometimes with money. Since they were paid with the amount of food they picked, it was not uncommon to find several families, including children, working in the fields. Cesar Chavez learned to pick grapes and other fruits at a very young age.
You and your brothers and sisters have hard times, Cesar. What time can I spell the wages for the week? I'll take all of you to the movie.
Can we have popcorn too?
Of course.
When he and his father arrived at the farmer's house, Caesar noticed that the man's truck was gone. Caesar knocked on the door. He knocked harder. The front door swung open and Caesar looked inside the house.
Papa, look, there's no one living here.
We've been swindled.
Swindled? What does that mean?
Cheated. The man blew the wage so he wouldn't have to pay us. He knows we can't wait for him to come back. We've got to move to the next crop.
That's not fair. What are we going to do?
Nothing. There's no law against it. We're migrant workers. Migrant workers have no protection.
What do we do now?
We move on and hope the next farmer will treat us fair.
The years passed. Young Caesar grew up, got married, and had a family of his own. Since times were still hard for Caesar, he still managed to save enough money to buy a small house in a small community of Slasi Puedes when trying to get out if he can. The migrant worker situation hadn't changed very much until a man named Fred Ross knocked on Cesar Chavez's front door.
Are you Cesar Chavez?
Yes, how can I help you?
My name is Fred Ross. I'm an organizer for the Community Services Organization. We are a private agency helping farm workers. Migrant workers have been treated unfairly for years.
You don't have to convince me of that.
We need your help. Can you arrange a meeting and invite every farm worker in the area? It's time to put bad working conditions to an end.
Caesar thought over what Fred Ross said. He thought of his father losing the job and himself were nothing for these jacks. He also thought of all the schools he had to move to because the crops were in.
Okay, I'll do it.
One more thing. You'll do the talking.
Who, me? No way.
You know just what it's like to be a migrant worker. No one's going to listen to me.
I just did.
You know what I mean.
What am I supposed to say?
Don't worry. You'll find the words.
Amigos y amigas, buenas tardes. My name is Cesar Chavez. Like many of you, I'm a migrant worker. For too many years, we have witnessed too many injusticias brought against us and our families. It's time for things to change.
The years passed. Cesar Chavez immediately created a stir among the people at his home. The migrant workers knew that unlike other labor workers, it would be really hard for them to organize a union and force the farmers to pay attention to them.
I don't think the farmers would be too happy to find out we were meeting here today. He's right. I think we should leave.
I have a family to support and I can't afford to cause them trouble.
It's not trouble we're working for, it's justice.
Several migrant workers stood up and headed for the door. Caesar nervously looked over to Fred Ross, then he thought of an idea.
Hey, you there, by the door, how old are you?
Me, 45. Why?
What if I said you only have 4 more years to live?
Yeah? What? You're crazy.
No, Caesar's right. According to the statistics, the average migrant worker lives from about 49. The average
been working too often to the hot sun.
Me too. I'm always calling, and I think that in the field, but I can't afford a doctor.
Do you see what's happening here? What have we done to be treated this way? Nothing, nada. Yes, that's right. We're all being treated unfairly. It's time for things to change. But how? We organize a farming union. Then the farmers know what real power is. Yes, yes, viva la casa!
Cesar Chavez and his family stopped working in the fields. They began devoting all their time to La Causa, the cause. Many farm workers and generous people in the community band together to help support the Chavezes.
With the help of many people, Cesar Chavez was successful in organizing a union for farm workers, which came to be known as the National Farm Workers Association. He and the workers petitioned, participated in rallies, marched, organized, and held peaceful rallies. Cesar Chavez was popular among the migrant workers, but the farmers hated him. It wasn't until the famous Great Boycott, which began in 1966, that Cesar Chavez gained international attention.
Here we are in sunny California with Cesar Chavez and our local farmer. Both are workers. Cesar Chavez can tell us what's happening around here. We're asking people not to buy or eat grapes. But why? Because if people don't buy or eat grapes, the farmers can't sell them. But that will make the farmer lose money. Why do you want to hurt the farmers for America? Because after many, many years of loyal service, the farm workers are still being mistreated.
Hold on a minute, Chavez. I've never mistreated any one of you.
Then why don't you listen to what we have to say?
Why is that, Cesar?
We demand better living and working conditions. Also minimum wage.
Can't be done by business. Plus, if there aren't any farmers who you work for.
It took years, but eventually the boycott grew a success. People from California to New York took part in this protest. As demand for grapes dropped, so did the prices. This proved devastating to the great farm workers of America.
Boycott grapes!
Mr. Woods, you know I was good in that. Why?
My business is suffering. I haven't been able to sell grapes for weeks. Nobody's buying grapes. They're just sitting there rotting in the vine. Okay, I'm ready to listen to what you have to say.
The Great Boycott officially came to an end on June 14, 1969. The following year, the nation's first table contract was signed. This contract provided a wage increase for farm workers. This also provided use of certain pesticides known as DDT. Cesar Chavez began to fight for the rights of farm workers until the day of his death on April 22, 1993. The end.